Good morning, everyone. This is Stefan with By Default. Today, I wanted to share with you a lesson that I learned the hard way earlier this week. I was running downhill. Running is pretty much what I do every day as a workout, and I run in a park behind the house. So I get to know the trail pretty well, always using the same course, and that's a way for me to sometimes listen to music, rarely, but sometimes, or podcast, or meditate, thinking about the business and trying to find new ideas. So I'm pretty much in another state of mind when I do these runs, and don't paying attention to the environment so much because I know it so well. It's like driving home or to work. You use always the same road, and you know the way perfectly, and you don't really pay attention, and it's when you can have an accident. So I was running downhill, and before I know it, I was on the ground, face down, boom, like the mega crash. I was not paying attention. I was in another state of mind, thinking, and I thought I was levitating. I was in the air, but a root brought me down to earth pretty fast and hard. So that's actually my first fall on a trail since I started to run. So yeah, I did it. That's the kind of thing, it's gonna happen. You don't know, when, where, and how, but it's gonna happen. So I can check that box, but it's gonna happen again, I'm pretty sure. But the reason I'm sharing that story, it's because sometimes when you run your business, you don't really pay attention to what's going on outside of the business, and you do your own stuff, answering calls, making calls to suppliers, create estimates, meeting clients, and delivering. And you do it like on a daily basis, don't really taking time to work on the business, which was something I shared earlier in a previous video. And when you do that, the risk is to forget that a new competitor can enter the market, and without you knowing, before you know it, you're out of the market because your solution is outdated. Because someone came in and has a better solution, better priced, or else. So though we all want to be running our business as autopilot, which we have been told that's the dream, to run a business without actually working on it or in it, and it create income, whether you're there or not. I think it's very dangerous, and you need to stay aware of your surrounding, be aware of what's going on with your competition, keep meeting clients face to face in real life, like talking to each other, not through a digital interface. And also what the key lesson is it's not only that, it's also to be a student. Always be a student, willing to learn new things, willing to understand what's going on with your competition, with your market, with your industry. So you always question yourself and business about whether you are doing the right things and how you can improve. It's pretty much like you wake up every day thinking about how can I do things today better than what I did yesterday. And that way, you always have this, student mindset, where you always try to learn something, apply it to your business. It might not work all the time, but because you always look for new ways to do what you do better, you are curious, and you read books and you ask questions, you meet clients, you meet suppliers, you might be going to trade show, meeting competitors. You know what they do, you know what your industry is about, so you're better equipped to face adversity. And when the market changes and there is something new coming in, and that you can adopt it earlier than others, so that you can still grow your business. So that's what I wanted to share today. It's to really stay aware of your surrounding and your market, and don't be too focused on yourself and your business. Otherwise, that's a big fall that is ahead of you, like me on the trail. Remember, you're one click away from growing your sales. Until then, cheers.